is sort of shrink the amount of money that's available to them. He's taking money, he's moving it all over. He's trying to create these ridiculous debts that Elizabeth reports on, where he essentially owes himself and his parents $50 million.
Why do you think he does those things, though? Do you think
for money?
What,
I don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
I think he still needs the money.
I don't think he needs the money. But you know when you got that lifestyle, right? So when you're spending what he's spending,
it's a lot of expense.
So have you heard about the $4 million RICO lawsuit that Floyd Mayweather and Tiger is being hit with?
Wow!
So apparently it's over some stolen jewelry.
According to alarming information released by CNN, Floyd Mayweather owes $500 million, as a large portion of which is related to overdue IRS arrears. His careless and improper spending patterns, especially his excessive acquisition of luxury goods, are criticized in the study. Mayweather's financial practices have resulted in significant debt and public anxiety, despite his notoriety and wealth.
Did not save its own documents to show what it spent. The new acting IRS Commissioner Danny Werfel calls this wasteful spending inappropriate.
After Floyd Mayweather claimed to have paid all his obligations, the IRS knocked him out. The IRS acknowledged that he still owes a sizable sum in spite of his public declarations. His inability to pay all of his taxes indicates that the IRS isn't giving up and the financial battle isn't finished.
Imagine getting a letter from the IRS saying you owe millions in taxes. That is how Floyd Mayweather got knocked out by the IRS in 2022. Floyd had some issues with his taxes for the year 2017. The government checked his tax return and found a problem. So they informed him about it on February 2nd, 2022. He claimed a big expense of about $14 million that he says he paid for legal expenses. The government didn't agree with this expense and said it was a lie. So they said he owed about $5.5 million more in taxes because of it. They also said he had to pay an additional $1.1 million in penalties for making mistakes on his tax return. That was how Floyd got KO'd into the hot water with the tax authorities. Comment on the word free below this video and I'll send you access to a free call where you can discuss your tax situation with the most experienced attorney and get the best possible recommendations in a few minutes. Make sure you're following so you can receive the link immediately after your comment.
Floyd Mayweather has always been associated with luxury. From his extravagant automobiles and jewelry to his exaggerated demeanor, although having money is perfectly acceptable, Mayweather has centered his entire brand on the idea that he is a guy above the law, someone whose money has no boundaries, and who is untouchable. This alleged wealth, Mayweather was more concerned with outshining everyone than he was with success. The world didn't need to care about his lavish lifestyle as long as it was his personal choice. Yet his obsession with wealth has led him to a dangerous point where legal troubles and questionable financial decisions now expose cracks in his grandiose facade.
Sonnen isn't alone either, with financial lawsuits, unpaid jewelry bills, and the crypto scam lawsuit haunting his name. The money brand seems to be leaking from all sides. Floyd Mayweather has always been the face of untouchable wealth in boxing. He turned luxury into a lifestyle, turning his nickname Money into an entire identity. But behind the private jets and million-dollar shopping sprees, cracks in that image are beginning to show, and they're showing faster than anyone expected. Mayweather is broke, but no one's openly saying it yet, except his old rival.
Wow. I don't understand. Why the need to package these things Africans, black people do, packaging. They appear to be, why do you want to appear to be rich instead of be rich? I'm not into this. I mean, you just propaganda. It's just said he bought 400 million deal with the 62 flats in New York, and none of them were real. Why do you feel the need to embarrass yourself like that? Just live your life and enjoy. Nobody cares how much Bugatti you got. Nobody cares about how much Ferrari or how much watch your watch cost, 18 million, whatever. Nobody cares. These are all liabilities. As soon as you buy the watch, you can't sell it for 18 million again. It's not physically possible. It's not an asset. He's gonna go bankrupt soon. But anyway, I wish him all the best. It is what it is.
Claims to be among the richest athletes in the world, yet his legal troubles still don't seem to be resolved. A jeweler sued Mayweather, alleging he took hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of jewels without paying a single cent. This is one of the most glaring examples of his careless financial activity.
I mean, dang, Floyd Money Mayweather. Man, wow, y'all around here getting Rolexes, not paying for them. Man, y'all got stacks of money, owing jewelers money. Man, how y'all around here, man, getting millions of dollars in all this jewelry and leaving $286,000, man, for them to pay for? Then the cold part is, man, y'all took the jeweler's phone so he couldn't film the transaction, but he had an extra phone and he taped it. Man, come on, man. Man, y'all giving, man, us a bad name, man. Y'all be out here doing all this flexing, all this jewelry, all these watches, all these cars from the same crooked dealer out here in Las Vegas. The Chopper, Josh Tobin, everybody know who that is, man. Come on, man, stop doing that, Floyd, man. And pay Gervonta Davis his $34 million, man. And pay your taxes.
Mayweather has undoubtedly never held. Back when bragging about his boxing prowess, frequently asserting that he is the best fighter of all time, his arrogant self-assurance has turned off both detractors and admirers. He regularly emphasizes his perfect record in interviews as concrete evidence of his dominance. But a lot of people in the boxing fraternity are beginning to wonder if his career was as perfect as he says. His reputation as a man who takes delight in excellence has been further damaged by persistent allegations of possible performance-enhancing drug PED use.
To mask performance-enhancing drugs. That's why they outlawed it.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather was on PEDs the entire time? Oh my goodness, I'm so surprised.
I know you saw it, they gave you a TUE.
I mean, with any fighters, some fighters take Pedialytes. Let me touch on that subject.
Just rehydrate.
When a fighter is rehydrating,
I mean, well, my question is this:
because my urine, my urine was dark, extremely dark.
For him to test less than 1%, something is wrong.
Floyd, what are your thoughts on testosterone replacement therapy? Do you know anything about it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Testosterone replacement therapy, you haven't heard of testosterone replacement juice?
I don't know.
Mayweather claims he doesn't give a damn about what people think and brushes off criticism as jealously. His unrepentant show of wealth is fueled by this mindset. However, people who may normally respect his confidence are further alienated by his refusal to respond to valid concerns, which frequently comes across as arrogance.
Jealousy, people jealous of you, comes with success. So anytime you're successful, people gonna be jealous of you. People not always gonna like you. It's the same thing like my job. I still go there and be at my best. If you're doing good, they got something to say. If you're doing bad, they got something to say. So, do what makes you happy. Because you see this jet, you see this private jet that we own? I got it because I did what the fuck I wanted to do. I made over $1 billion, you know why? Because I did what the fuck I wanted to do. Do what the fuck you want to do. And the only thing we can do is take one day at a time. That's all we can do. No one is perfect. Every day we strive to be perfectionists, but no one is perfect. I make mistakes. I've said things that I shouldn't have said when I was younger. I've done things that I shouldn't have done when I was younger. I'm not perfect, but we live and we learn. That's a part of growing.
Hearn, a boxing promoter, recently implied that Mayweather might be having financial difficulties despite his enormous income. This claim casts suspicion on Mayweather's actual financial situation. While he continues to display wealth through his purchases and lavish lifestyle, the idea that his financial troubles have escalated in tandem with his public displays of luxury calls him to question his ability to manage his finances.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that Mayweather was unquestionably one of the best ever. But I don't know. I mean, it's difficult to say he's not a true fighter because he fought everybody he could of his era, but he was a different kind of skill set. You know, he was very much hit and don't get hit, which is the art of boxing. I think sometimes when these guys carry on and they do the exhibitions and all that kind of stuff, it just sort of diminishes the legacy a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that's what I feel like's happened with Mayweather.
Why do you think he does those things, though? Do you think
for money?
But
I don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
I think he still needs the money.
I don't
after
think
all
he
these
needs
years.
the money. But you know when you got that lifestyle, right? So when you're spending what he's spending,
it's a lot of expense.
Eddie Hearn, a boxing promoter, recently implied that Mayweather might be having financial difficulties despite his enormous income. This claim casts suspicion on Mayweather's actual financial situation. While he continues to display wealth through his purchases and lavish lifestyle, the idea that his financial troubles have escalated in tandem with his public displays of luxury calls him to question his ability to manage his finances.
About the $4 million RICO lawsuit that Floyd Mayweather and Tiger is being hit with.
Wow.
So apparently it's over some stolen jewelry and or at least allegedly, and the entire story is pretty crazy, and the fact that they're calling it RICO was pretty wild as well, because apparently there was some type of, at least what is being alleged, some type of scheme set up and ran by these celebrities in order to get away with taking free jewelry off of jewelers. So yeah, seems like
Mayweather's financial behavior frequently appears to reflect his public image. Extravagant, careless, and frequently disconnected from reality. His alleged cooperation with rapper Tiger and a broker to purchase pricey timepieces and diamonds from Miami jeweler Leonard Suleimanov serves as one illustration of this. According to reports, the three of them bought these luxuries, but the payments never fully materialized.
This is how Floyd Mayweather and Tiger might get away without paying $4 million in jewelry. So a lot of wealthy people buy assets or luxury items under business entities. This allows them to pay less tax while also having protection against lawsuits personally. In this case, Tiger and Floyd used a watch broker and some upfront cash to make the deal go through. But as the days passed, no payment was made on the balance that was due, and even their agent admitted they owed $4 million. So what these two did is they signed and paid using a business, and then before paying the full amount, gifted it to themselves on behalf of the business that bought it. Therefore, the broker can't go after Floyd or Tiger because they didn't buy it from them personally. A business that they may control bought it and then gifted it to them, but in this sense is completely separate. But what they did is how the rich get richer. Us in our daily lives have no protection from lawsuits, but as soon as you use a business, the laws completely change. So I'm not saying you should do this or that they'll even get away with this, but it's definitely an interesting way to get expensive jewelry cheaper.
A concerning image of Mayweather's propensity to overextend himself monetarily while neglecting his responsibilities is painted by this event, and others.
Why does it always come to money?
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. Everything you do costs money. You can't take your wife on a date for free.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest. And I'm a good person. And I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. And without money, I'd be the same person. I fought so many fights for free.
You're getting emotional now.
No, not at all. No, I'm thinking. You know, I'm always thinking. How can I get better? How can our company grow? How can I continue to teach people around me how to fish? And I don't want to...